Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. So we were discussing in the last class similarity, basic proportionality theorem. For last two lectures, we have been doing the same. Okay. Now, yesterday I gave you as homework up till question number 9, and I explained you up till question number 7. I told you all if any doubt you must ask. So now that nobody asked me a doubt, I'm taking the remaining two questions also, question number 8 and 9. I'm explaining you all. So if that is a doubt, you can understand it from here. Okay. Before I start, let's see the properties. Okay. Let's see the properties. What are the properties? See, similarity is for any two shapes, we call them as similar if they have same shape. Okay. There are three criteria of similarity: AA similarity, angle angle, side angle side similarity, SAS similarity, SSS side 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 similarity. Okay. Other than these three rules of similarity, these three criteria of similarity, we need to understand here few theorems as well, wherein we talked about the Thales theorem, that is the basic proportionality theorem, which is also termed in short form as BPT theorem. Let's recapitulate what the statement says. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So for that, if you remember this triangle I've drawn, let the triangle be ABC so that P and Q, these are the 2 points we have. Okay. Then in that case, if these two lines are parallel, if PQ is parallel to PC, then we will have AP upon PB equals to AQ upon QC. So that's what the statement of basic proportionality actually means. Okay. Now let's continue. See, this is the figure. If the two lines are parallel, we can prove the two triangles similar because we know there are a pair of corresponding angles in it. And once these two triangles ADE and ABC are proved similar, we can take the ratio of the sides of the two triangle. We know that the ratio of the sides of the similar triangles, they are always in proportion with each other. Okay. So let's continue, my dear students. Further, the next is the converse of BPT theorem. Okay. The next is the converse of BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem. Now let us see what it is. The converse of BPT is if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio such that AD upon DB and AE upon EC, if that is given equal, then in that case the line must be parallel to the third side. Which line? The line joining these 2 points. DE should be then parallel to BC. So depending upon, as I said earlier also, seeing the question, what the question is actually asking us, the lines are given parallel, we are supposed to prove the sides ratio equal, or we are given the ratio of the sides like this equal and we have to prove the lines parallel, we will use BPT, basic proportionality theorem, or the converse of basic proportionality theorem, where you, before getting the required results, you're going to give the reasoning very clearly. For the first one, it's by BPT, and for these, when lines are to be proved parallel and you are using this result, you need to write by converse of basic proportionality theorem or by converse of BPT theorem. Let's move to the next. Also, I talked to you people regarding the internal bisector of an angle of a triangle theorem. If an internal bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the opposite side into two segments that are proportional to the other two sides of the triangle, and the converse of this theorem of internal bisector of an angle of a triangle is also true. So we are going to use both the results as needed, as per the need. Let's now move, because these all questions I've already explained you students. PDF already of the same I have shared with you all. Still I repeat myself, even though all the questions by now I have explained of the exercise 13.2, still if you find anywhere any doubt, must approach me, must ask me. Okay. Now, seventh question. This is the last question that I explained you yesterday. Now we are going to move to question number 8. I want everyone to be ready with maths book and register. Question number 8 says, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC. ABCD is a trapezium. Now what is a trapezium? Student, there are various types of quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is a four-sided closed figure. So out of these various types of quadrilateral, we have square, rectangle, kite, parallelogram, trapezium, all these. One of these is trapezium. Now what is trapezium? It is a closed four-sided figure, or it's a quadrilateral, we can say, in which any one pair of side is parallel. So here we can see in the question AB is parallel to CD. So it's a trapezium and its diagonal they intersect at O, that is given in the question. Using basic proportionality theorem, we have to prove the required result. What is that required result? The ratio, my dear students, you can see here very clearly. AO upon OB, AO upon OB is to be proved equal to CO upon DO. Let us see now to proceed with it. I can see that they make a triangle. If I talk about these sides, they make a triangle. AO and OB, they form a triangle AOB, and OC and OD, they form another triangle. So I have marked it already for you all. So we will consider these two triangles. In triangle OAB and triangle OCD, we will take these two triangles. What do I know? That AB is parallel to CD. So what form of angles are these ones which I have marked on the screen, students? What form of angles are these? These are pair of alternate angles. At the same time, if I talk about these two angles, see students, what can you say about these two angles? This angle COD and angle AOP. What can you say about these angles? Yes, you all know these are pair of vertically opposite angles. So they will always be equal. Now again today also I'm saying the same thing. If you want, rather than writing the name of these two angles, you can do the numbering. This as 1, okay, the other is 2, and you can write angle 1 is equal to angle 2 because they are vertically opposite. Okay, sorry, they are alternate. And then you can take 3 and 4 as the alternate angles, and you can write angle 3 equals to angle 4. But be very clear, my dear student, drawing the figure in geometry is must. Now we have pair of alternate angles, we have vertically opposite angles. So out of the 3, any 2 you can take. I've written all 3 because you can take any 2. Only 2 are needed for similarity, right? So you can use a pair of vertically opposite angle, you can take a pair of alternate angles, okay, and then you can say that the two triangles are similar by AA similarity. I've written it here, okay. Now whenever two triangles are similar, the ratio of the sides are always ratio of the similar triangles, the sides of the similar triangles, they're always in proportion with each other. So OA upon OC, this part, OA upon OC equals to OB upon OD. That is what we get using the similarity criteria, right? At the same time, if I rearrange, because this is what I need, I want OB to be here, I want OC to be there. So I'll just interchange their positions, okay? What is that called as in maths? Ratio and proportion you have already done. Complete chapter. It is called as alternando. So you'll write that here, students. By alternando, we get OA or AO upon OB as CO upon DO. That is the required result which we actually wanted to prove. Okay. So I hope all of you have understood. Fine. Now we will move to question number 9, my dear students. Let's see what question number 9 is. Question number 9 says, given AB is parallel to CR. As I said, you should be ready with the book also and register also. My dear students, please see the figure from the book. Given that AB is parallel to CR and LM is parallel to QR. This is already there. And also we are given a ratio of two of the sides, BM and MC ratio. That is 1:2. What I have to prove in the very first part? BM upon MC equals to AL upon MQ. That is the first thing that I need to prove. Second part is I have to calculate the ratio LM ratio QR. Now to proceed with it, I'll start firstly with the first part, of course. Let's see the first part. In triangle ARQ, please look into your books again. I'm repeating. In triangle ARQ, what do I know? LM is parallel to QR. Okay, these two sides are parallel, it is given. Now, if these two sides are parallel, my dear students, apply BPT. Which result are you applying? You are applying by BPT. Okay, so that's what it is by BPT. By BPT, what do I get? The ratio of the sides. AM upon MR equals to AL upon LQ. Now we are going to take two triangles and we are going to prove them similar first. See students what it is. In triangle AMB and triangle MCR, what I wanted is AL upon LQ equals to BM upon MC. What am I getting? That this part I'm getting, the right hand side is there exactly same, but the left hand side is different. So I need to work upon the solution once again. Let this equation be 1. Let it be up till here the same. Now I am going to take two triangles, triangle AMB and triangle MCR. Angle AMB and MCR, because they are a pair of sides parallel. What I know that these are vertically opposite angles. Again I am saying you can do the numbering too, but draw the figure and in that also show that numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 like that of the angles. Now I am going to take the another pair, that is alternate angles pair. Why? Because AB is parallel to CR was already given in the question. You can see it above. AB is parallel to CR is already given. Now what am I able to prove? I am able to prove that these two triangles, triangle AMB and MCR, are similar to each other using a similarity criteria. So therefore triangle AMB is similar to triangle and triangle MCR are similar by AA. If two triangles are similar, again I'm repeating the same. The sides ratio, they are in proportion with each other. So I'll take the sides AM upon MR is equal to BM upon MC. Now what can you see students from equation number 1 and 2? If I talk about these two equations, I can easily see that the left hand side is the same. See, I've marked it, I've circled it already for you. AM upon MR, that is the same in both. So what I'll have as a result? I'll have AL upon LQ. If the left hand sides are equal, the right hand side should also be equal. So I'll from the equations 1 and 2, I get AL upon LQ equals to BM upon MC. This was the actual result which we wanted to prove, my dear students. Hope all of you have understood now properly. Okay. So now we are going to move to the next part of the same question. Let us see what it says. Okay. Second part of the question, as I told you, we have to calculate the ratio LM and QR. Let's move to the last step. Okay. So this is what it is. We have here AM upon MR equals to BM upon MC. So I can write this as AM upon MR equals to 1 upon 2 because it is there in the question that BM upon MC is given as 1 ratio 2 or 1 upon 2. This is there in the question. This is already given. So from that I am getting AM upon MR which was equal to it as 1 by 2 only. Now LM is parallel to QR, that is given in the question. See, AM upon MR is equal to LM upon QR. Okay, so now put the values that you know. AR upon AM is equal to AR upon AM equals to QR upon LM. So what am I doing here? I am simply doing the reciprocal. Okay, so it is MR here. Okay, so reciprocal is what I have taken. It comes out MR upon AM equals to QR upon LM. Understood, I hope. Now what is MR beta? It is the sum of two of the sides. MR total is the sum of AM and MR. So can I write it as AM plus MR? Yes. Upon AM equals to QR upon LM. Fine. Here what have I done? Have you all understood, my dear students? If not, then please pay attention. This is what we are getting. So by taking the reciprocals, I am getting this result, my dear students. So it should be very clear to you. Yeah, by taking the reciprocals, fine. So this result I am getting by taking the reciprocals, fine. Okay. Now this how are we getting? Because MR is the sum of AM and MR. Okay, the total line MR is sum of these two. Now separate it. AM upon AM equals to 1. AM upon MR equals to 1. So remaining is 1 plus MR upon AM is equal to QR upon LM. MR upon AM. See students, AM upon MR was 1 by 2. So reciprocal I have to put. MR upon AM will be 2 upon 1. 1 plus 2 by 1. Yes, 1 is the LCM. 1 plus 2, 3. So it comes out 3 upon 1. So easy. So that is 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is equal to 3 upon 1. Will be writing because ratio is what we want. Comes out equal to QR upon LM. Or I can say the ratio reverse way which is asked in the question, LM upon QR equals to 1 by 3 or 1 ratio 3. Okay, this 3 upon 1 will change to 1 by 3. It will change to 1 upon 3. Now let's see the B part of the same. Let's see the B part of it now. Given that in triangle ABC, AD is the internal bisector of angle ABC. Angle BAC, sorry, BAC is the angle and AD is the internal bisector. Internal bisector means what again, students? You need to understand. It means angle 1 equals to angle 2. Angle 1 equals to angle 2. So these two angles are equal. Fine. If I take angle 1 and I take angle 2, the two are equal. AD is the internal bisector of angle BAC and these all values are given. We have to find the value of BC. So that's what the question is asking us to do. Let's see what we'll do. First of all, we'll do a construction. Okay, through C, draw a straight line C to E, which is such that AD is parallel to CE. So to the given line AD, we will draw a line parallel CE and then we will produce this line to meet. So this is somewhat. This is what you'll get. Okay. Let this point be E. Okay. Now this point is E. Fine. Fine. Now let's start with the question solution. Proofs. Okay. To find the value of BC, first of all, we will prove it. What we have to prove, see students? In triangle A, B and C. In triangle A, B and C, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Why? Because it's already given that AD is the bisector, internal bisector. So angle 1 and 2. The total angle will get divided into two equal parts, angle 1 and angle 2. Correct? Also, CE is parallel to DE. We have done that construction. CE is parallel to CE, we have drawn parallel to DE, this line. CE is parallel to DA. CE is parallel to DA. Wait a second. CE is parallel to DA. Yeah, that is what is written. CE is parallel to DA. If CE is parallel to DA, then what we will have it? If CE is parallel to DA, then I'll take two of the angles, angle 2 and angle 4. What do I get as the result? Yes, please. We get it as what do we get as the result? We get it as this is dAx again. Yes. Okay, because CE is parallel to DA by construction, AC cuts them, so angle 2 equals to angle 4. बेटे अगर दो lines parallel and these two are pair of alternate angles, so that is what it is. 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 4, so these two will get cancelled. Can I say 1 is equal to 4? Yes. Okay. Now angle 1 equals to angle 3. What is the reasoning for that? This is angle 3. This one is angle 3. Let me label it as angle 3. So this is angle 3. This particular is angle 3. This is angle 3. Okay. Now 1 is equal to angle 3 because these are pair of corresponding angles. Parallel lines may be corresponding angles. Now see 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 4. That means 1 is equal to 4 and that again I am saying 1 is equal to 3. So can I say 3 and 4 are equal? Yes. And if 3 and angle 4 are equal, these two are equal, then in that case these two sides angle of side opposite to equal angles are always equal. This is angle 3, this is angle 4. Okay, so AC will be equal to AE. That is what I get. Okay, AC equals to AE. So now to get the required result, I'll take triangle BCE in which these two lines DA and CE are parallel. Therefore, BD upon DC equals to AB upon AE. Okay, now put the values. Why at the place of AE I am writing AC? Because we have already proved the two are equal from equation 4. Now put the value of BD, it is 3, DC we have to find out, AB is 6 and AC is 4. What do I get? DC equals to 3 into 4, 12, 12 upon 6, that is 2. So I'll get DC equals to 2. Now BC is the sum of B to D plus D to C. DC is 2, B to D is 3. So what do I get as BC? BC comes out 5 centimeter. So now your homework, students. Your homework is to do all solved examples of exercise 13.2 in your rough notebook. I repeat, your homework is to do exercise 13.2, all solved examples in your rough notebook. God bless you all. Thank you so much.